Who really runs the block? Kingpin? Will Smith? No, it's these super powerful street level heroes. Rob a bank or steal an old lady's purse and these guys will be punching your kidneys in faster than you can say Excelsior. What up, Nerd Squad? I'm Patty D and let's get into it. Actually, first I want to give a shout out to Terminator 156 for the idea for this list. And I also want to give a shout out to Landon Productions. Landon has a channel that's been off the air for about 2 years, but we're really excited to have him coming back now. And I got a little clip for you guys, check this out. Is the Canada Goose gonna take it on?
I'm on top like I'm goddamn Mario, right? I'm just
Not today! Maybe tomorrow! Okay, is this real life right now? Alright, now you guys have subscribed to Landon Productions, let's get back into it. Number 10, Daredevil. First appearing in his own comic in 1964, Matt Murdock has been on the beat as long as any of them. His father was a boxer who raised Matt alone and wanted his son to be successful, pushing him to become educated and setting him on the path to becoming a lawyer. One day, a truck crash results in a radioactive isotope splashing out into his eyes, blinding him. He awoke in the hospital to find all his other senses were now amplified to a superhuman degree. Daredevil is a great street level hero, striking an awesome balance by kicking butt on the streets and in the courtroom. Narratively, it also makes for some great storytelling opportunities. We all love a little courtroom drama. Sometimes called the man without fear, Daredevil is able to detach from emotions like fear in a way that is almost sociopathic. He can detect minute changes in the temperature and air around him, and also benefits from superhuman agility, enhanced endurance, and peak human speed. There are many testaments to Daredevil's power. He has an extremely high pain tolerance and an indomitable will, making him immune to telepathy and mind control. Hey Nerd Squad, if you like this video and you'd like to see some more, take a second to hit that like button and activate those notifications. Number 9, Moon Knight. Also known as Mark Spector, he was left for dead on a mercenary mission in Egypt, where he was spared by the moon god Khonshu, who saved him and gave him moon-based superpowers. He fights crime in the US and lives a life of multiple identities, most notably Stephen Grant, the financier, and Jake Lockley, a cab driver persona he uses to collect information. It doesn't get any more street level than that. His childhood trauma mixed in with the multiple personas causes him some serious troubles, but Moon Knight is still a powerful street level Marvel hero. He is arguably a bit higher than street level, but he still has a serious penchant for fighting crime in the streets. He is a master marksman, weapons expert, master martial artist, including former boxing champion, and much more. He's even gone toe-to-toe with the Punisher in the past, and it's been said that Moon Knight suffers from a madness so powerful it can only be described as magic. Number 8, Jessica Jones. Jessica was in a car accident as a child and spent months in a coma. During the crash, her family was killed and she was exposed to radioactive chemicals. She gains powers after her coma, including strength, durability, and flight. She's been a superhero, a detective, and a vigilante. She just can't get enough of kicking the crap out of criminals. She has a storied street level past, fighting alongside heroes like Luke Cage, Captain Marvel, and Daredevil. Jessica is a cool, grounded type of hero, but is still seriously powerful. On top of the basic stuff, she also has accelerated healing, superhuman longevity, and telepathic resistance. Number 7. Iron Fist. Danny Rand was the son of a wealthy businessman named Wendell Rand. He seems like a normal dude who gets married and has a son named Danny, but he's actually from the city of the immortals, Kunlun. He was driven out by his brother when the two were quarreling over a woman's love, but later in life he seeks to return. When he does return, his son Danny comes along with him, and after his father dies, Danny is trained by Lei Kung, the Thunderer. After years of intense martial arts training, Danny earns the chance to gain the power of the Iron Fist. He battles to prove himself, fighting against a giant fire-breathing serpent guarding a brazier containing its heart. And upon his victory, he picks up the heart and is imbued with the quasi-mystical force known as the Iron Fist. He returns to America to take vengeance for his father's death, and has been pounding the pavement ever since. He is already a highly trained and extremely powerful warrior, but by harnessing and summoning the spiritual energy or Chi, he reaches superhuman levels of power. Not only does he benefit from Chi enhanced durability, reflexes, and so on, but he also has some unique powers you might not know of. He is capable of mind meld, using his power to fuse consciousness with another person. He can channel chi energy to heal himself or others, and uses chi enhanced senses to strike specific pressure points with pinpoint accuracy. He is exceptionally powerful, and through ongoing training and study of the Book of the Iron Fist, it's possible that he could become even stronger. Number 6. ELEKTRA. First appearing in Daredevil number 168 in 1981, ELEKTRA was born on a Greek island and lost her mother when enemies of her father shot up the family's yacht. She grew close to her father but suffered from visions and heard voices. Eventually, her father puts her into therapy where she gains some stability, later training and excelling in martial arts. They come to America, where her father is a Greek ambassador to the US, and she attends Columbia University. She has a couple of exciting run-ins with Daredevil, and eventually the two fall in love and start training together. She has had a bit of a back and forth and been a little evil at times, but she's done a fair bit of crime fighting and is a very skilled assassin. She has the uncanny ability to throw her mind into the minds of others, sniffing them out, so to speak. She has demonstrated telekinetic abilities in the past, including telepathic communication. She has a mind shield as well to keep herself hidden from other telepaths. She might not have the usual super strength and durability, but she is a master of stealth, weapons, and marksmanship. Number 5. The Punisher. Frank Castle first appeared in 1974 and quickly became everyone's favorite badass. An Italian-American and decorated former US Marine, you don't want to be on this guy's bad side. When his wife and children are gunned down by the mafia for witnessing a hit, he becomes a vigilante dedicated to destroying organized crime. Rich criminals may laugh at the law and bend it to their will, but they don't laugh at the Punisher. Frank Castle makes a serious vigilante, using combat experience, guerrilla warfare, and detective skills to track down and execute his targets. He's had an uneasy alliance with Spider-Man in the past, and once butted heads with Daredevil. He is in peak physical condition, a seasoned veteran in multiple forms of combat. He's an interrogation master, an expert pilot, and has an indomitable will, having even resisted telepathic control in the past. He has an incredible arsenal of weapons and equipment. I could literally do an entire video on the Punisher's various weapons and technology. Fun fact, the Punisher is actually based on a character called the Executioner, who is in a series of novels from 1969. Number 4. Luke Cage. Born and raised in Harlem, New York City, Luke spent his life causing trouble and eventually joining a gang. When one of his old buddies plants drugs in his home and tips off the police, he winds up sent to jail, and while in prison is consumed by hatred and rage. He spends his time getting into brawls and attempting to escape for the most part. When Dr. Noah Burstein is using inmates at the prison as test subjects, Luke is selected and immersed in an electro-biochemical system. The system gets tampered with and overloads, enhancing Luke's entire body and giving him unbreakable skin and super strength. He uses these abilities to escape from prison and return to Harlem, designing a costume and becoming a hero for hire, the title of the comic he premieres in. He is seriously powerful, eventually becoming strong enough to lift 50 tons. With a body as hard as titanium, he is also resistant to bullets, explosions, or falls from extreme height. Number 3. Ghost Rider. Johnny Blaze is super hardcore and largely underrated, likely due to how over the top the character is. The son of a famous stuntman, Johnny made a deal with a demon and now has the power to control hellfire and revenge upon evildoers with his signature penance stare. Ghost Rider has been around, once working alongside Black Widow and Hercules and becoming a team known as the Champions. In human form, Johnny has no special powers really, but as Ghost Rider, he is supernaturally enhanced to a ridiculous level. Ghosty has some superhuman strength, stamina, and can regenerate near instantaneously. The Hulk once shattered his skull with a punch, and the Rider just grew a new one instantly. He can look into souls and eat the sins of degenerates, leaving them emotionless. He can identify supernatural forces around him and can manipulate hellfire in numerous ways. He wields a mystic chain capable of changing length and cutting through anything, and sometimes also wields the Hellfire shotgun. Ghost Rider has some pretty crazy, epic demon stuff going on with his storylines, but being a biker, his home is still the streets. Number 2. She-Hulk. She-Hulk has some things in common with some others on this list. She's a lawyer like Daredevil, but was also shot by a mobster in the event that turned her into She-Hulk. sorta like Frank Castle's origin. Being a Hulk, it goes without saying that Jennifer Walters is a powerhouse of a superhero. Although she does take part in the Secret Wars in 1984 and gets involved with the Avengers, she also has worked with the Heroes for Hire and spends plenty of time on the streets fighting crime. Her Hulk form has the proportionate strength of her human body, meaning as she continues to improve her physique, her Hulk form also becomes more powerful. She benefits from superhuman everything. Durability, speed, you name it. She-Hulk also has full control over her transformations, unlike Bruce Banner, but the upper limit of her strength is not as high. She is still, however, powerful enough to effortlessly lift the Thing with one arm. And here we are at number 1. Spider-Man. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is a fan favorite, webbing up criminals and leaving them for the cops to pick up. He won't kill people, but he will sling a sewer grate or a mailbox directly at your head. The death of his Uncle Ben teaches Spider-Man that his power comes with responsibility, and he is undoubtedly one of the most powerful street-level heroes. He handles the responsibility well, going up against some serious dudes and never giving up. Spider-Man is loved by many, but the actual limits of his power are largely unexplored. It's been said that Spider-Man has to pull his punches, as his super strength would splatter goons all over the wall if he didn't ease up on them. He has an indomitable will with incredible pain tolerance. He can lift up to 10 tons, an amount that has actually increased since it was originally stated. Spidey has a gifted intellect and is a master hand-to-hand fighter, having trained with Captain America in the past. He also greatly benefits from his spider sense, alerting him to danger in a way that, combined with his agility, makes him incredibly difficult to even land a hit on. Alright, now let's take a look at some comments from my last video, Top 10 Most Powerful Superman Villains. Vanilla Gorilla Austin Kane says, most powerful Superman villain? Yo mama. Zing! Maybe she'll be on part 2 of this list. Modern Philosophy says, I can't believe people are saying they can't make a good Superman game on par with Batman with all these good villains. Preach! Dude, I think investors are just scared to back a big time solo Superman game ever since that god-awful one on the N64 where you fly around the city through rings. Thanks for watching guys, I'm Patty D and this is Top 10 Nerd.